It's like me for vendetta.
And I do push my views. My train's coming soon. Sell them on my website. Yeah. She's in a band called the U-Yo.
So I'm disturbing you guys. I'm disturbing you guys. You're saying that for you? Not really.
When I was in Iraq, I saw the devastation.
We're going to take control of our lives again, lads. So we still drive around in cars and still make phone calls and still have the internet after 2012. How are we going to do this, lads? This is our mission. This is our covenant.
Of their inherent dignity by
for how we to take care of the world, not like this. Time to figure out how we're going to join together to have a voice and all talk to each other louder than the mass media system. Speak to you soon, bye.
Broke into the ground by artillery and aircraft bombs. I got me some of that. Could you imagine what we've done in America after 9/11? Everybody in America lost a family member. What are we talking about war? And some people talk about, oh, these people killing American soldiers. They got AKs and they got 14-year-old boys holding bombs killing American soldiers. The primary goal is not democracy.
However, it felt that his right to work reached because of the degrading conditions in which he was held. It seemed that Moscow should pay more than £20,000 in damages and costs. BBC News. You can find out just how many species of plants and animals live in an average garden in an hour's time on video form. First, it's Franco Bomazar with King Carly. American Police. Welcome to the program. And today we've got the American economist who says we don't have more children if we stopped taking parenthood so seriously. Also today, the festival ballerina with the Royal Ballet Tamara Rocco of performing Romeo and Juliet in front of up to 12,000 people at the O2 Arena. And our return visit from Daniela Diaz, one of our women in business and an events manager. She invites her men to talk to an evening of Caribbean culture and with her as well, which he tells later in this program. Frederick Lugh is the grandfather of natural childbirth. He's 92 and worked for many years as an obstetrician before a change of heart about the whole nature of birth. There's no doubt his controversial views have had quite an impact. His book, Birth Without Violence, first appeared in 1975, and it was a lyrical reaction to what many felt was becoming an over-medicalized approach to childbirth. Disturbed by the cries of newborns, he advocated a mother's touch and the immersion of the newborn in warm water shortly after birth, something taken on by Lisa O'Donnell in his development of water birth. On demand, a new translation of Birth Without Violence by Yvonne Fitzgerald, Frederick Lugh came to Britain, and when I met him, he described his early years as an obstetrician. I delivered wholesome physical values.
It's quite hard to be proud of his parents. You feel ashamed.
And I thought I started asking myself,
These are human beings. I've just been playing with them. I haven't seen a man. The one who couldn't walk.
The peace, the quiet of the world. That must be a very difficult place to live, surely. So isn't it isn't a newborn baby bound to scream and express pain proudly? No question of reality, you really think about it. I started laughing later. Well, can I communicate with it? Right? So I start talking about it. synchronizing, wasting their time, is when the ranks sexual experience. Exploitation is in our
Today, there's a membership last year.
We do have that within the ranks. It's happening for each one of us who goes public. There's probably 100, who are resisting quietly.
Let's be brutally honest. Our leaders aren't going to end the occupation. It's going to be us that ends the occupation. Thank you.
I don't think as a 24-year-old kid I should go to jail for not wanting to kill people.
I had a personal experience after one of the talks that I did with a man. He came up to me after that, and he told me he was an Iraqi man. And he said that he was from the area around Balad, and I was stationed in Balad. And I just couldn't help it. Just all of a sudden, I hugged the guy. And I said that I was sorry. That I was so sorry. And I ended up crying right there. To this perfect stranger. And he told me it was okay.
So that awareness could be raised.
He told me it was okay. That was redemption.
To me, this phenomenon that we're witnessing is actually a natural evolution. And any time you organize human beings to come together to use violence as a way of conflict resolution, you will have a breakdown of that organization. Peace is not a political process, and it's certainly not a militaristic process.
I refuse to participate in the Iraq occupation.
The real enemies are not in some distant land. They're not people whose names we don't know and cultures we don't understand. The enemy is people we know very well and people we can identify. The enemy is a system that wages war when it's profitable. The enemy is the CEOs who lay us off from our jobs when it's profitable. It's the insurance companies who deny us health care when it's profitable. It's the banks who take away our homes when it's profitable. Our enemy is not 5,000 miles away. They are right here at home. If we organize and fight with our sisters and brothers, we can stop this war, we can stop this government, and we can create a better world. There's a term, once a Marine, always a Marine, but there's also the term, eat the apple, F the core.
Many ways
I don't work for you no more.
to make an exhibit out of my case about something that's a much bigger picture. Right. And all that.
This society is so greedy, we're willing to go to war
we're willing to go places and send these big metal machines that kill people and fuck people up just so we can make more money. I mean, I've heard it argued, and argued successfully, that our society runs on war. You know, it runs on the domination of the other parts of the world. And literally, that's the only way you can control a gigantic chunk of the globe. You have to keep everybody down. You know, and that's what our society is based on as far as our globalization, schematic that's been laid out by all these Republicans and all these Democrats and all these people that, are pretending to be our leaders and pretending to look for. None of these people have had these experiences. None of these people feel connected to everybody. They're still, even the best ones are still operating within a very old framework, and a framework that's set up by ignorance. It's a foolish framework. The idea that it should be okay to go somewhere and engage in war to protect a society that wants to go places and engage in war. That's insane. That's insane. Because you're saying, that's automatically saying that the lives of the people here are worth more than the lives of the people everywhere else. And they're all one thing. They're all exactly the same.
My liberty, or are you defending the court system? Well, we all know that they're defending the court system, and the court system has told itself that it's defending people's liberties. But we all know that people's liberties aren't really defended. Property is defended and status is defended.
What's on the screen that we're seeing?
I got severely traumatized by those police that arrested me. Hugely outnumbered, treated with great roughness, disrespect, a thing called smelling. So, like in any concentration camp or like in any interrogation place or in any police incident, I was traumatized and driven to a breaking point, and I broke and I spat in his face. Surrounded by 7 officers with handcuffs on me. I lost control of myself in that sense. I fell into their darkness.
Are you going to tell the court
No, why? Because, for one thing, the court won't give me a chance to speak it unless I make
I think they will.
breakages.
They'll ask you about it. Or you may just want to say, just tell them about it.
As far as I know, because I've pleaded guilty today, I don't get to say anything else other than thank you when they give me my community service or whatever punishment I'm given. The only thing that's left for me to say in the system is to say thanks.
So sure about that.
To the shores about the divine. When I got down to work, the boss has said, if you don't get them pennies, that's all I have to let you go. I have sent my mere wages until
I don't know what you would do in that situation. I don't know what you would do, but I felt so traumatized by what's going on. That's all I could do. I'm not saying that you could change the business by saying
So what would I change by saying that? Change myself? Be interesting for somebody's day at work? What makes most sense to me out of all of this is to turn dark clouds into silver linings.
I mean, I guess this film, this filming and making films about it, that's more powerful, putting this out to people who can actually hear what you have to say. And even judges and lawyers and barristers who watch this now outside of their workplace. I would suspect that it will get to their heart when they help us understand a bit more. So perhaps you could make a longer short film about the case and about your experience.
Yeah.
Maybe that would be more powerful.
There is something tasty in this.
Okay. So here we are, Southwark Crown Court.
Here we are.
And you've just been through this experience
Toby.
of being sentenced